Hey, my journal friends. Today we are going to talk about composition notebooks. So if you love using composition notebooks, definitely stay tuned. If you are curious and would like to use them for your journaling practice, this video may help you. So in the past, especially when I had my Patreon club, a lot of my Patreon members, you guys may remember my obsession with composition notebooks. I mean, it's still a current obsession, but I just don't, you probably don't see it often on like social media just because I'm so deep in my practice and everything I create, I don't feel the need to share. But there were a few of you, you know who you are, on Instagram that messaged me throughout the months. Hold on, let me grab my stack here. Ugh. Okay, you guys have messaged me asking which is my favorite composition notebook, which I recommend, what am I currently using, and so forth and so forth. So I'm going to explain and go through all of my favorite composition notebooks. I did a video on this in the past, but I feel like those videos were more focused on the ink swatches. So in this clip, I'm just going to show you the brands, where I get them, and why I like them. So I'm also going to explain why I enjoy using the composition notebooks, part of my lineup. So my Moleskine, this is my Moleskine expanded journal. Some of you have found my channel through my art journal flip throughs. Some of you enjoy seeing my flip throughs that I share using this blank page design in this 400-page notebook made by the Moleskine brand. But again, I also have my secret, but not so secret, love for composition notebooks. So let me quickly go over why I love using these and where I get my favorite ones. This whole pile, these are all my favorites, okay? My favorite brands, and they're all for different reasons. I like using them because they're very budget friendly, okay? If you these are just the few that I just grabbed off my shelf, but it's fun to experiment. These are all composition notebooks that I colored and experimented with, designed, and it's just fun. It's very budget friendly. It's not intimidating, and really the paper, it's very crinkly. If you enjoy, for those that are into fancier papers for fountain pens, like the Tomo River paper, or I guess that would be it. Or even like the Stalogy paper, like thin paper, but still durable, that holds up on heavy gel inks or fountain pen inks. You would be surprised with all of these composition notebooks that I've come across throughout the few years that keep up with that as well. So let me show you, hold on. Let me show you a few pages, maybe that don't have any personal. Okay, see, I love how there's no intimidation with these composition notebooks. I'm gonna make sure it's just easy to, design, watercolor. Oh, that's the thing too. I love, you hear that? The crinkles. And being that these are budget friendly, for the most part, the ones that I get, they're under like $2 or $3. So I can write as much as I'd like. I can write and brain dump everything without feeling like this notebook is too precious and it doesn't deserve to have my grocery list on there, or my brain dump, or my morning thoughts. You can put whatever you want because these are readily available, at least where I live here in the United States. They're readily available, they're budget friendly, and they're not intimidating. So throughout the next few months, don't be surprised if you see composition notebooks popping up. Let's start with my favorites, okay? My favorite, I would say, especially if you are like me and you burn through your pages a lot, but you also want to be budget friendly or be mindful to the budget, because if you write a lot, right, you have to consume a lot. You have to buy more notebooks because you go through them quickly. The Jot composition notebook. This is from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree is the one that has the green tree, not the Family Dollar, not the 99-cent store. This is the Dollar Tree. So For my journal friends in the United States, you guys know which one's the Dollar Tree. It's the green tree. It's their Jot brand. This is through their company. But the key is, because again, this video was inspired by a few of you messaging me saying like, you bought the composition notebook, but the ink wasn't as friendly. What I realized, hold on, let me see. Do I have, okay. What I realized is that there's a particular, this is new to me too. I thought they were all the same as long as you got the composition notebook, but you want to look for the one that is the number 2011 or higher. If you get right here, if you get the number that says 2007 or 2008, those tend to bleed through with gel inks or fountain pen inks. If you get the 2011 or 2012, I don't know if that's like the batch number, but they all say made in India. It's just the batch number I noticed is different. I showed that little hack on my Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. But you guys, look at this, the crinkles. Can you hear that? Because I love these crinkles. Especially this particular book, I was experimenting with just watercolors, but that's another thing that surprised me about these journals was that they hold up really well with my watercolors and gouache, but mostly watercolor, which I was surprised for $1 or $1.25 notebook. I'm a very, what's the word? Not only visual, but like I'm a very my sensory plays a big part in my creative process. So like the texture and the feel affects, I guess, how I feel about a particular thing. Like if it's soft and cozy, then I gravitate towards it. If it's, cold and hard, maybe like not so much. That's why I like soft cover notebooks versus the hard cover. I don't know what the word is, but you guys, look at this. I just had so much fun. This is my watercolor experiment book. But it has the same crinkle sound when you use the gel. Hold on. Can you guys see with my camera? I am, let me set my tripod. Okay. So yes, Dollar Tree. $1.25, you can't beat it. Fountain pen friendly. And gel ink friendly too. Next, Walmart. Walmart has a composition brand and it's by Pen and Gear. I showed this hack on my Instagram as well, on my reel. They have two versions. They have one that says made in the USA and made in Colombia. Okay, I will just say this up front to save you time. And this is based off my experience at this time and up until this point. Anything that you see made in the USA paper-wise will bleed through. And that has just been my experience. It doesn't matter if it's a composition brand. It doesn't matter if it's a ring-bound insert. I noticed just using many bound books, many papers, if it says made in the USA, it's most likely recycled paper, but it bleeds through. My fountain pen inks bleed through. My gel inks bleed through. Paper made in the USA, I can only use with pencil and ballpoint pen. So just keep that in mind, okay? Here, made in Colombia. So again, Walmart has two types of the composition. It'll say made in USA, which I think they kind of have right here, like on the corner, like made in the USA. But no, you want the one that says made in Colombia. And that's what I posted on my Instagram too. Did I do a pen test in this one? Okay, not this particular one, but let me show you how the page looks. This is the college ruled. Let me know, which do you guys prefer? If you like lined pages, especially composition, are you more into the college ruled or do you like the wide ruled? Oh, I forgot to show that. The Dollar Tree is wide. It's wide ruled. So you can see the lines are wider. Okay, and these are thinner here. So this is, I think this was like $1.50 at Walmart. So Walmart, so far we have Walmart, Dollar Tree. Next, if you have a CVS close by, maybe it's closer to Walmart or Dollar Tree. CVS, you can also find really good quality composition notebooks that gel ink friendly, fountain pen friendly, and watercolor. Mind you, I tested all of these with those mediums. So They all pass the test. Here, I think I showed you. Okay, here's like a front page. But, so you see, hardly any ghosting, barely any, there's actually no bleed through. So, CVS, this is their Caliber brand. And they have two options. They have the 120 sheets, or you can get the, wait, no, this is 100, sorry, and this is 120. Did I start a journal in this one? Oh no, I just did a ink. But you see, you can tell like it's gonna have like that nice crinkly paper. Now I will note that out of all of them, cover wise, the Dollar Tree is the most flexible. I'd say it's very floppy. This is very floppy. So if you know you don't like that, if you need something sturdy, you may not like this Dollar Tree composition because all of them are like this. Very, very floppy, moldable, bendable, pliable, squeeze in your bag, carry with you, stick a pen in here, and it'll morph with it. The one from Walmart, this is slightly thicker, but it's still pliable. It's not as floppy as a Dollar Tree, but it gives you it's still pretty comfortable, I would say. This is like 2 steps thicker. And then these are all like hardcover. Still somewhat flexible, but this is definitely the hardcover protection that some of you may like if you don't like the floppiness. So, CVS Caliber. Walgreens also has a very good paper quality composition notebook by their Wexford line. This one's 120, the wide ruled. Did I do an ink test? Oh yeah, all these I did an ink test. Still, you can tell it's gonna have like that nice crinkly sound. All of them, for the most part, will have that faint blue line in the pink margin, except for the one or a few that I'll show you in the end. So Walgreens, this one, okay, I kept this sticker on here because I do that just so if I love something, I know like exactly the size dimensions, like where to find it. But if I peeled this off, this whole cover would be black. It's by the 5-Star brand. This is very, very rare. I rarely come across this, and I picked this up, I think like 2 or 3 years ago at was it Target? Was it Target or was it Walmart? Oh, one of those. It was either Target or Walmart. And I was surprised because, number one, I've never seen a composition notebook that had this elastic closure, which I love because, hello, it reminds me of this, my moleskin. So it has this elastic closure and it's all black. I love that. But the only thing is this cover, it's plastic. And it doesn't, which is fine, but it doesn't like okay, now it's laying flat because I'm talking about it. But if I put it on my desk, you see how it just like flops over versus these, if I lay them on my desk, they stay open. I love a notebook that can just like, okay, that I just kind of bounce, that like stays open. So out of all of the composition notebooks that I'm showing you today, this one doesn't stay open in that sense, but it's still, I mean, if you just put your hand on here, it would stay open. But look at this. I love this because there's no pink margin. I don't like the pink and the blue. Okay, it reminds me of a pregnancy test. But it is what it is. Can't complain for the price point. But this is very clean. It's like a minimal look. This is gray, faint gray. I love this blank, but I wish this whole thing was blank, but this is good enough. And to my surprise, I think I did a pen. I was surprised that this was fountain pen friendly and gel ink friendly, only because 5-Star, their paper is not really gel ink or dark gel ink friendly in my experience. So where's this made? This is made in Vietnam, but I think it's this particular one, the 100 sheet, like with the elastic, because it does feel thicker. This is definitely thicker than their typical, not too much thicker, but I'd say like, you could just tell. This, you can even hear, it's different. I mean, it's different than their regular 5-Star composition notebook. So if you come across this and this is, your preference, you may like this. Again, I haven't come across this in my physical store since I found it like 2-3 years ago. So yeah, this would be my favorite aesthetically and functionally. I just wish it would just lay flat. Here, this is not technically a composition marked book, but it does have similar, like it's almost the same size dimension. If we look at the height, okay, it's like a little bit taller, but it's slimmer. I found this at Barnes & Noble. It's a Japanese brand, The Logical Air, and I like this because it's ink friendly, but the lines, it's very faint, and you can choose to use, there's I don't know if my camera can, there's, you see the slight faint dots right there? You can use it as a dot grid or a line. And the light gray, it's soft. Okay, yeah, so this is like really, really soft. Barnes & Noble, how much was this? $6.99. If you don't find this, I was surprised that my Barnes & Noble even had this. I thought it was like a fluke, a mistake, but I noticed they kept restocking, and I did go on their website, and yes, they do carry this. So if you can't find this in store, you may find this on the website, their Logical Air. This is a good option as a composition notebook. Okay, these two, when I posted these, a lot of you were asking, where can you find these? And you're just going to have to go on the website, because every state has different retailers and buyers that may pick this up. But the brand is called U-Style. I found this at my local grocery store, surprisingly. Let me remove this. Hold on. I keep these tags on here just because if I love something so much, I want to know what it's called. But made in Vietnam, again, it's the U-Style, and they do have their website where you can hopefully find a retailer near you. But you may find this at your grocery store, okay, in their stationery section. Love this sleek black look. This is more of like the chipboard cover with this leatherette design. I really like this. I wish the only thing that would make this like perfect is if it had this elastic closure, but I love this. Still the same. And right here, I like how there's no times table. Okay, that's one thing. I understand that those composition notebooks are mainly used with the intention of, like schools or studies, but I think that's why I like this too. That was not there to distract me. Let me show you what I mean by the times table. Like this. They all have that. So I just cover it up with some cardstock or construction paper. Yeah. So like they all have this. Okay. Is that it? Oh, one more. Oh, so it comes with brown too. So you can get black or brown. There may be other colors, but these are just the colors that I found at my grocery store. Look how sleek that is. This could be like very professional if you want to use it for work, which that's exactly what I use this for. I stocked up on these. Love this so much. Oh, and did I point out that there's no pink margin? These are the faint gray lines too. And then last but not least, I found this recently this week at my local Staples. The brand is Carolina Pad, made in Vietnam. It's not technically marked as composition, but the dimensions, again, the height is the same. It's slightly slimmer, and the inside, where did I do that? Yeah, again, very fountain pen. And wait, except for, hold on. Okay, for the most part, it is fountain pen friendly, but if you use like the fine nib versus like the medium nibs, but the ink, it holds up pretty well. The only thing is this is really pricey. But if you have a Staples and you don't like the design of these, you might like this. This was really, how much? I think this was like $10. So I probably won't reach for this again, but I really like this sage olive color and how it was lined, but the same height as a composition, because I could still use this as like a junk journal. So I hope this video has helped you. Feel free to send this to maybe a friend that you know loves composition notebooks, or maybe you're getting into composition notebooks. These are my top favorite notebooks and where I find them. So check out your Walmart, your Dollar Tree, CVS, Walgreens, okay, Barnes and Noble, Target, okay, Target may have these, and look out for upcoming journal videos, because that was another thing too. This video was inspired by a few of my journal friends asking like, hey, we want to see how you use your composition notebooks. How do you journal? How do you create? What do you do? And I will have that coming. I just gotta find the flow of things. But all right, let me know if you guys like using these composition notebooks too. Are there still journalists out there? I feel like with the rise of other brands and styles and models, we're excited to try and maybe find other things that work for us. But are there still people like me that still have these in their lineup or maybe as a backup? So let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.